The upgraded front forks handle incredibly well off-road, and this new seat design is a huge improvement for comfort on long rides.
Welcome back to Bike Auto Speed, the channel dedicated to every machine worth riding, every road worth exploring, and every motorcycle story worth telling. Today we are covering one of the most talked about adventure bikes the world has ever seen. A machine with Sahara Desert Racing DNA, a name that commands respect on every continent, and a community of riders who have never stopped asking for its return. We are talking about the 2026 Yamaha XT1200ZE Super Ténéré. If long-distance adventure touring is your calling, this video is made for you. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let's get into it. The legacy of the Yamaha XT1200ZE. The Ténéré name is not marketing, it is geography. The Ténéré is a region of the south-central Sahara Desert, one of the most unforgiving and remote landscapes on Earth. There was a time when Yamaha's Ténéré range of bikes ruled the Earth, literally, as desert and dirt blasters for Paris-Dakar style competitions. The name Ténéré became truly synonymous with adventure and off-road riding. That heritage runs deep. When Yamaha launched the XT1200ZE Super Ténéré in 2010, it was a declaration that the legend was back, bigger, more powerful, and more technically advanced than ever before. The Yamaha XT1200ZE Super Ténéré debuted in 2010 as the largest dual-sport machine in the entire XT series, combining Yamaha's Dakar-bred toughness and reliability with easy handling and a comprehensive suite of rider assistance technologies. The ZE variant took that already impressive package further, adding electronically adjustable suspension, heated grips, cruise control, and a center stand, making it the ultimate expression of the Super Ténéré vision. In 2021, Yamaha opted not to update the engine for Euro 5 emissions regulations, and the model was discontinued, ending an 11-year production run and leaving a void in the large displacement adventure tourer market that riders have been feeling. Ever since, the demand for its return has never gone away. Design and authentics. The XT1200ZE was built around purpose, not aesthetics, and that purposeful design is what gave it such a distinctive and commanding presence on the road. Standard design elements included a half fairing, a dual headlight system, a medium-sized adjustable windscreen, handguards, a two-piece dual seat with passenger grab rails, a small luggage rack, and wire-spoke wheels. Every single element chosen for function over decoration. The tall, upright stance and wide front beak gave it an unmistakable rally raid silhouette. Within the engine, two balancer shafts not only reduce vibration but also help keep the motor's height low, preventing the bike from becoming too top-heavy. A crucial detail when packing a 23-liter fuel tank for serious long-distance capability. The high-mounted exhaust protected ground clearance for off-road sections, while the spoked wire wheels signaled genuine off-road intent rather than cosmetic adventure styling. A 2026 revival would keep all of these purposeful design principles intact, sharpening them with modern LED lighting signatures, refined aerodynamics, and colorways that honor the blue and white Yamaha Paris-Dakar heritage while looking fresh and relevant in 2026. Engine and performance. The engine at the heart of the XT1200ZE is one of the most technically interesting power plants in the adventure motorcycle world. The 1,199 cubic centimeters parallel twin uses a 270-degree crank with firing intervals of 270 and 450 degrees, creating a crossplane-style parallel twin that mimics the character and traction benefits of a V-twin. Exactly as Yamaha's crossplane, R1 uses the same philosophy to reduce inertial torque and deliver better drive, making it ideal for off-road riding. The 1,199 cubic centimeters four-stroke parallel twin liquid-cooled engine delivers 112 horsepower at 7,250 revolutions per minute and 117 newton-meters of torque at 6,000 revolutions per minute, a broad, accessible power curve that rewards measured riding, rather than demanding the rider chase a narrow peak. The torque is available everywhere, pulling cleanly from low RPM and building confidently to the top of the rev range. The shaft final drive, one of the machine's most practically significant features, eliminates chain maintenance entirely, making the XT1200ZE ideal for riders covering tens of thousands of kilometers across widely varying conditions. One experienced traveler who covered 56,000 miles on the Super Ténéré specifically cited its reliability, load-carrying capability, comfort, adjustable suspension, and smooth transmission as its most impressive qualities. Never encountering a mechanical problem despite hard touring, road riding, and off-road trips. Technology and features. The ZE variant of the Super Ténéré was where Yamaha's engineering team truly distinguished the machine from its class competitors through a genuinely impressive and rider-focused technology suite. The electronics package comprised a unified brake system with ABS, Yamaha chip-controlled throttle YCCT, selectable D-mode drive mapping, a multi-mode traction control system, cruise control, and the electronically adjustable suspension unique to the ZE variant. That electronically adjustable suspension system deserves special attention because it was genuinely ahead of its time. With 4 preload settings, 3 damping presets, and an additional 7 fine-tuning damping adjustments, the Super Ténéré ES suspension could be dialed in perfectly to meet the needs of the rider, passenger, cargo load, and terrain type, all at the push of a button. The D-mode selectable engine mapping gave riders a meaningful choice between responsive sport settings and smoother touring delivery, genuinely changing the character of the motorcycle to suit the road and the rider's mood. The traction control system is barely noticeable when it cuts in and can be switched off entirely for off-road use, while the clever ABS and linked brake system can measure lever pressure against speed and balance braking effort between front and rear, even allowing rear brake-only use without ABS intervention for safe maneuvering at low speed. Heated grips, cruise control, a gear position indicator, and comprehensive instrumentation rounded out a technology package that still reads impressively by 2026 standards. Handling and comfort. The Yamaha XT1200ZE Super Ténéré clearly targets the touring rider. Its comfort level is outstanding, with a pleasant sitting position, good seat, sufficient wind protection, and an efficient suspension that can easily switch between covering endless straight-line kilometers and delivering genuine cornering engagement. The adjustable seat height, ranging between 845mm and 870mm, gave riders a meaningful way to personalize their connection to the ground without tools, an important feature on a long-distance machine, where smaller or taller riders need confidence at stops. Despite a wet-weight figure that borders on the substantial, the Ténéré loses any sensation of bulk when its wheels are turning. Yamaha got the weight distribution exactly right, and the only time weight becomes an issue is backing it out of the garage. On the move, the long-travel suspension, spoked wheels, and well-engineered chassis make it feel significantly lighter than its numbers suggest. The center stand, exclusive to the ZE, made roadside maintenance, wheel removal, and secure parking dramatically more practical across long international journeys where a dealer is rarely nearby. Driving experience. Riding the XT1200ZE across distance is an experience that defines what adventure motorcycling is meant to feel like. The 270-degree crank gives the engine a pulse and character that purely even-firing parallel twins cannot match. There is a rhythm to it, a heartbeat, that keeps the rider connected and engaged through hour after hour of long-distance riding. In Sport D mode, the bike reacts more snappily without being too aggressive on-off, giving the rider a genuinely different character to explore depending on the road and the conditions they are riding through. At speed, the Super Ténéré is rock steady. At 120 miles per hour, it cuts a confident and composed sway through fast roads and complex sections alike. In the city, the low-speed manners are calm and predictable, the wide handlebar giving excellent leverage for tight turns at low pace. On gravel tracks and dirt roads, the spoked wheels, long travel suspension, and switchable traction control give it genuine off-road capability that goes well beyond the merely cosmetic adventure credentials of many of its competitors. This is a motorcycle that rewards the rider who trusts it. The further you push it and the more varied the roads you take it on, the more it reveals about how thoroughly and intelligently it was engineered. Pricing and availability. The 2021 Yamaha Super Ténéré ES was priced at $16,299 at the time of its production, in positioning it as a fully equipped premium adventure tourer well justified by its specification. A 2026 revival updated for modern emission standards, equipped with a TFT color display, Enhanced connectivity, refined electronics, and updated suspension hardware would realistically be expected to land between $17,500 and $20,000 depending on market and trim level. The ZE's premium over the standard Super Ténéré was always justified by the electronic suspension system alone, and that would remain the headline value argument for the higher specification variant in any future lineup. Strong markets would include Europe, Australia, North America, and Asia-Pacific, particularly given the substantial gap the model's absence has left in the full-size adventure touring segment. Final thoughts. The Yamaha XT1200ZE Super Ténéré is not just a discontinued model. It is an unfinished story. Everything about this hugely capable long-distance adventure motorcycle was designed to take riders further than they ever imagined possible, and that ambition, that philosophy of exploration without limits, is why its community of riders and admirers has never moved on. It belongs to Yamaha's legendary Ténéré family, sitting at the very top of the family tree with the biggest motor and the deepest Dakar spirit. Versatile, will have you dreaming of desert rallies, and built with a reliability that world travelers trusted across continents and conditions. Here at Bike Auto Speed, we believe the time for a 2026 XT1200ZE is now. The adventure segment has never been larger, the demand from riders has never been louder, and the technology exists to bring this legend back better than ever. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you ride a 2026 Yamaha XT1200ZE? What updates would matter most to you? Like this video, share it with every adventure rider in your life, and subscribe to Bike Auto Speed.